But only I can live forever.
In fact, no one can live forever, but learning that someone we love passed always brings tears to our eyes, even when it happens to beloved actors from our favorite movies. Let's pay tribute to the Harry Potter cast members who left way too soon. See what other role Helen McCrory was supposed to play in the series. Learn why Richard Harris threatened Chris Columbus against recasting him. And find out what almost made Alan Rickman quit playing Snape.
Always.
Helen McCrory as Narcissa Malfoy.
I know I ought not to be here.
This actress is the most recent loss for the Harry Potter fans. Helen passed away from cancer on the 16th of April this year. The actress was only 52. As her husband, Damian Lewis, shared announcing the sad news, the actress died peacefully at home, surrounded by a wave of love from friends and family. He also wrote that she blazed brightly her whole life. And we can't argue with that statement. Helen McCrory truly was a talented actress who could handle any role. In the Harry Potter series, she was initially supposed to play Bellatrix Lestrange. However, Helen got pregnant with her first child, and according to her own words, insurance wouldn't cover pregnant witches. So she was replaced by Helena Bonham Carter. And later, McCrory was surprised when the Harry Potter crew offered her the role of Narcissa, Bella's sister and Draco's mother. "It was lovely that they invited me back and wanted me to be a part of it," the actress commented back then. "It was even lovelier for the viewers to see her amazing performance. And now, we will forever remember her as Narcissa." Richard Harris as Albus Dumbledore.
It does not do to dwell on dreams, Harry.
This actor was legendary. He had a profound acting resume and even received 2 Oscar nominations. But when Richard Harris was asked to play Professor Dumbledore in the Harry Potter series, he wasn't too excited about it. In fact, he refused the part 3 times. However, it wasn't because he didn't like the series. Harris saw the potential in it, but he also realized that if he agreed, he'd have to sign on for all the sequels as well. Being 71, he didn't think he could do it. Then his granddaughter stepped in.
My granddaughter called me and said, "Papa," she said, "if you don't play Dumbledore, I will never speak to you again."
That's when he finally said yes. And actually, Harris grew to like the series so much that he even warned the director Chris Columbus against recasting him after being diagnosed with an aggressive form of Hodgkin's disease. "He did threaten to kill me if I recast Dumbledore," Columbus recalled. "He still has got that fight inside of him." Too bad Harris only got to play the Hogwarts headmaster in the first 2 films. Only a week before the Chamber of Secrets premiered, the actor passed away from his illness. Although his recasting was inevitable, Harris will stay in our hearts as the first Dumbledore. Roger Lloyd-Pack as Barty Crouch Sr.
Still, life goes on. And here we stand.
You probably remember this character from The Goblet of Fire. He was a ministry director monitoring the Triwizard Tournament, and he was also the father of Barty Crouch Jr., the Death Eater disguised as Mad-Eye Moody. Although the character died quite soon in the same film, he was still important and memorable. So it's no wonder that a rather renowned British actor was offered to play him. Roger Lloyd-Pack was one of the most popular television sitcom actors of his generation, famous for being in the British TV shows Only Fools and Horses and The Vicar of Dibley. The actor loved being on the set of Harry Potter. Before joining the franchise, Lloyd-Pack read all the books and watched the films. And despite the majority's opinion, he liked the movies more because of how much work so many people put into creating them. In 2014, the sad news broke that Lloyd-Pack had passed away due to pancreatic cancer. He was 69 years old. The actor's former co-stars shared that they'd remember him as a gentle and kind person, and will certainly never forget his amazing performance as Barty Crouch Sr. John Hurt as Mr. Ollivander.
I think it is clear that we can expect great things from you.
Like many other actors, he was excited to join the cast of Harry Potter, especially because his son, who was 12 at the time, was fascinated with the series. So the actor was certainly thrilled to return to the franchise once again in the Deathly Hallows movies. John Hurt was a legendary performer who appeared in multiple films, such as Alien, V for Vendetta, Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and many others. But still, the fans of Harry Potter now associate him with Mr. Ollivander, the greatest wand maker of all time. So when the actor passed away from pancreatic cancer at the age of 77 after 2 years of battling the disease, Potterheads decided to honor him by raising their wands high for the actor outside Ollivander's wand shop in Harry Potter theme parks. Even Hurt's wife said that he brought joy and magic into the world, which explains why he blended in so well into the wizarding world. It's impossible to imagine anyone else in this role. That's how perfect he was. Robert Hardy as Cornelius Fudge.
The Ministry doesn't send people to Azkaban for blowing up their aunt.
Did you know that before becoming the Minister of Magic in the wizarding world of Harry Potter, this actor was famous for repeatedly playing Winston Churchill, the renowned Muggle Prime Minister? Although they were both highly positioned, these two ministers had completely different personalities, but Robert Hardy managed to play both perfectly well. And he loved his time as Minister Fudge because he got to play with many famous British actors, some of whom were his friends. It was such fun to film, and there were so many laughs on set that it was hard to come up with a sober face just before they shouted, "Action," the actor shared. Hardy also joked about being insured for a massive amount of money in the Harry Potter series due to his old age and ill health. I could almost hear them saying, "Is he worth it? He's broken most of his bones, he's had cancer, and he might drop dead at any moment," he said in an interview. I'm pretty sure that they weren't actually thinking anything like that. After all, everyone loved Hardy on the set, and after he passed away at the age of 91, a lot of his co-stars recalled him as a talented, dignified, and kind man. At least, he lived quite a long life, unlike the next actor. Rob Knox as Marcus Belby. He's the youngest Harry Potter actor to pass away. Rob Knox appeared in the series very briefly as part of Slughorn's Slug Club and the Half-Blood Prince. He was only 18 when he tragically passed away after defending his brother from a group of men. Unfortunately, he was stabbed in the fight. According to the young man's parents, protecting his brother was in his nature, as Rob would often stand up for others. As a tribute to the actor, David Yates dedicated the premiere of the Half-Blood Prince to him, and at the event, the cast wore white ribbons on their wrists in his honor. Following his death, Rob's parents launched the Rob Knox Foundation, helping raise awareness of knife crimes that were rarely spoken about before. So it's possible that his passing saved someone else's life. Richard Griffiths as Vernon Dursley.
There's no such thing as magic.
Although he was one of the least pleasant characters in the series, the actor behind Harry's uncle was a very good person in real life. Daniel Radcliffe got to work with Richard Griffiths a few more times beyond the franchise, and when the actor passed away due to complications of heart surgery in 2013, Radcliffe paid a touching tribute to him, saying that he was proud to say that he knew Griffiths. Dan also recalled that when he was supposed to step on the set as Harry for the very first time, Griffiths was the one to help him feel less nervous. "He made me feel at ease," the young actor recalled. Any room he walked into was made twice as funny and twice as clever just by his presence. Later in his career, Dan would again receive the same kind of help from the gentle and humorous actor when he had to be in a play for the first time in his life. Many of Griffith's other colleagues, such as his on-screen wife Fiona Shaw, also remembered his kind personality and huge acting talent. It's so sad we won't see him bring any other characters to life. Alan Rickman as Severus Snape.
I can teach you how to bewitch the mind and ensnare the senses.
He was a perfect choice to play the enigmatic professor whose allegiance seemed to change from one movie to another. Alan Rickman managed to turn Snape into an all-beloved character, which made his untimely passing all the more devastating for the fans. So you'll probably be shocked to find out that at some point, he wanted to quit playing the character. Rickman didn't feel drawn to Snape initially and considered the character to be no more than an unchanged costume. But Alan decided to stay because J.K. Rowling talked to him and shared Snape's secret, which helped him portray Snape perfectly. She told him the meaning behind the word.
Always.
Since then, Rickman knew exactly what Snape's agenda was, and he'd even sometimes argue with directors when they wanted Snape to do something he'd never do. So now you know what lay behind his incredible portrayal. In 2016, Alan's family, friends, fans, and co-stars were shattered when they found out that he had lost his life due to pancreatic cancer. A huge number of his fellow actors paid tribute to him, sharing how much he meant to everyone. Dan Radcliffe, for example, said that he'd carry the lessons Alan taught him for the rest of his life. And the actor's last two films, Eye in the Sky and Alice Through the Looking Glass, were dedicated to him. You will forever be missed, Alan. And we should give an honorable mention to all the other Harry Potter actors who didn't live to see this day. Vern Troyer, who played Griphook and was the only American actor in The Sorcerer's Stone. Derek Deadman, who portrayed Tom the Innkeeper in the first film. Dave Legino, aka Werewolf Fenrir Greyback. As well as Paul Ritter, who played wizard writer Eldred Warple. May they all rest in peace.